Hey everyone, Mike Hall, real estate broker with Red One Realty. I wanted to reach out with this latest real estate market update to give you a little bit of insight about what the market's doing right now and what you can look forward to this summer. I have a unique insight into the real estate market as I've supervised over 30,000 real estate transactions, billions and billions of dollars in sales. I currently coach 800 very active real estate agents that's out in the market, and I've been doing this for about 18 years. So I wanted to give you some tips and tricks that you guys can go out and utilize right now. Just a little bit about the overall market. If you've been looking to buy a home, I know it's been frustrating. We've had low inventory for the last couple of years where the overall demand is significantly larger than the supply. And with supply and demand challenges, you guessed it, prices go up, and we've also seen interest rates go up. So those interest rates have gone up for the last couple of years before slightly edging down recently. When you couple that with an election year and the high buyer demand, it makes it a very challenging market. But I wanted to share what I think is going to happen in the coming months as we continue to take a look and help people buy homes. This is a quick chart that shows the overall population growth in the United States since 1950. That red line intersects there around 1960 that shows there's about 180 million people in the United States in 1960. If you fast forward to 2022, we see we have closer to 333 million people. So we can see the population has been steadily increasing. Well, when that population increases, people need homes to live in, right? So this is what the current build chart looks like. Let me move myself out of the way here. The current build chart. So you take a look at 1960, there's about 1.5 million homes being built for those people of about 180 million. And if you fast forward and follow that red line all the way across, you can see today they're still only building about 1.5 million homes. That's what's caused this huge inventory issue, and there's just not a lot of homes out there. So, to put it in perspective, you simply can't build 1.5 million homes for 180 million people and then also build 1.5 million homes for 333 million people. So, we're going to be in a housing inventory shortage for the foreseeable future. So here's what most buyers are doing. Most buyers are sitting and waiting on the sideline. And some of them are telling us and their agents that they're waiting for warmer weather. They're waiting for the rates to decrease. They're waiting on the market to crash, which it's not crashing anytime soon. They're waiting for more inventory. And the reason I made this video is I don't want you waiting. When you wait, we're going to see all kinds of problems with that. I want you to be able to zig when everyone else is zagging. I want you to take a look and buy homes right now, and you'll thank your agent later. This is a map that shows the number of homes sold per year. You can take a look and see in the 2023, it was the lowest it's been since the recession in 2008. And we know that it's not because people don't want homes. That's because rates were at 7 and 8%. And when those rates hit above 7 and 8%, everyone kind of pulled back. And you've probably heard the phrase, you marry the house and date the rate. That's what I want to emphasize here. Buy the home. The homes are appreciating. They're going to continue to appreciate. There's not enough inventory so that supply can be enough for the prices to come down. So if you wait and those prices keep going up, you can't change the price, but you can change your interest rate. You can always refinance. So what is going to happen if rates hit above 5%? All those people that are waiting, well, it's no longer going to be cold. Rates are better. And what we're going to see is some of the same things that we saw 2 years ago with escalation clause, people buying homes over list price. We're going to see appraisal gap coverage where they just bring cash at closing. They're going to waive inspections, which is scary. And right now, I'm not seeing this. I'm not seeing appraisal gap coverage. I'm not seeing inspections not go in. Now, if it's one day on the market and your agent tells you there's 10 offers because it's a really low price for the area, that's a unique situation. But in the overall market, I'm seeing inspections. I'm not seeing appraisal gap coverage. I'm not seeing escalation clauses, except on a few select properties. So if you can get in now and get the home and then refinance later, you'll think your future self will thank you. And interest rates aren't extremely high. Here's the interest rate chart. We've been very sensitive since basically 2008. You can kind of see here where it dipped down, and then we had the pandemic. So, yes, short term, if you haven't been in real estate for decades, you think 7% is extremely high. But go back before the recession, before 2008, you can see it's 7% or higher for decades. Some of your parents bought homes in the 1980s at 16, 17, 18%, but you can always refinance. And these little red lines kind of show you the election years. And it looks like on most years, we see rates drop. So when we see rates drop this election year, coupled with the Fed, who says that they're going to go in and make multiple rate decreases, we're going to see all these people get off the sidelines, and you're going to see the offer prices go up, and you can't change your purchase price. Here's just a quick example of that. Let's take a look and see on a $350,000 home, 3.5% down, 6,000 in taxes, today's 7% interest rate, 1,200 for insurance. You're looking at about a $3,000 payment. And then let's say rates do go down to 5 and you refinance later, you're closer to 2,500. Now, if you wait and rate and interest and the inflation goes, and now that $350,000 home is now 375, or you're having to offer money over appraised value, all of a sudden your payment goes to 3180, and when you refinance later, it's still going to be 2688. You're not going to get that lower payment. So, and this is conservative. I feel like over the last year we saw 5% appreciation. We saw that with high interest rates. As those rates come down, I think there's going to be higher inflation. I'm sorry, not inflation, but appreciation. I think the home prices are going to jump, and I think people are going to have to pay a lot of money over appraised value. That's why if you can get it now while everyone is still waiting on warmer weather and rates and everything, I think you're going to come out so much further ahead. If you're looking for a good lender, Kyle Dines is a great lender. Here's his email. Here's his phone. The guy works around the clock 24/7. He's a mortgage broker, so he can go out there and shop lots of different things to go out there and beat the offers you currently have and get the lowest rate possible. Do yourself a favor, call, text, email, get pre-approved so you can be a serious buyer in this market. And when you're going out there, this is what you keep telling yourself. Think about TAPS: taxes, appreciation, principal reduction, and stability of payment. There's a lot of tax benefits to being a homeowner versus a renter. Also, you're going to get that appreciation. We're going to see that for some time because there's just not enough inventory. They can't build fast enough to get us out of this inventory crisis. We have principal reduction. Over time, you pay that off until you own nothing. And that's what's going to enable you to be able to build wealth and be able to retire. And you have that stability of payment where average rents go up 5 to 7% a year. And it's tough to retire as you continue paying more and more unless you lock in, unless you buy a home, get that principal reduction, and lock in that payment for the next 30 years. What you can do right now is work with a highly trained Red One Realty agent. We have training every single week. We're going through making sure that they know how to get your purchase offer approved, making sure that they know what it's going to take to make sure they get you the best possible price with the least amount of hassle so that you can become a homeowner and get out in the cold. If you're waiting for warmer weather with lower rates, that's what everyone else is doing. Don't be like everyone else. Our famous billionaire, Warren Buffett, says exactly that. The time to get interest is when no one else is. You can't buy what is popular and do well. Well, if you could buy it now and get a home inspection and not have escalation clauses and appraisal gaps, that's great. If you wait till this summer and you overpay for it because there's 17 offers in, it's going to be tough. And the last thing I'll leave you with is his last quote. Someone is sitting in the shade today because they planted a tree a long time ago. 30 years from now, I want you to look back and say, I bought, I refinanced, and I want you to enjoy the shade. Reach out to your Red One Realty agent. Thank you and have a great day.